All right, thanks so much, Pete. The court is in a brief recess at the moment as they get things set up for another, I think this is the third and final witness for today. The person that just finished, the electrical engineer George Doddington, and he has been discussing, his credibility they'd ask him about. He also discussed speaking recognition and how the data is analyzed, he talked briefly about that 911 call, and this is what is at issue today, the 911 call. So let us take a listen to that.
I don't know why I think they're yelling help, but I don't know. Just send someone quick. Say stop.
Okay. Does he look hurt to you?
I can't see him. I don't want to go out there. I don't know what's going on. So they're sending him.
So you think he's yelling help?
Yes.
All right. What is your phone number?
Just there's gunshots.
All right, that is the 911 call in question. Let's bring in our legal analyst, David Jancha from the NeJame law firm, who has been with us this afternoon. And Judge Deborah Nelson really wants to keep everything on track, and she needs to make a decision about this. Do you think it's been tedious going? Do you think a decision will be rendered today?
I'm not quite sure. I know that Judge Nelson does want to move forward. That's apparently obvious. She doesn't want to get distracted by other issues that can be addressed potentially on Monday pre-trial. She's taken tedious notes. I've noticed that just by watching her on TV. There's a good chance that she could render a decision today, or she could take it under advisement.
All right, they're going back in, but let me just ask you one quick question. What happens if a decision is not rendered today? Does it, I guess, goes over to tomorrow?
Well, the judge can make a decision in chambers based upon the evidence that she's heard and render that decision potentially Monday.
All right. Oh, on Monday, just before the trial starts?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. All right, thanks, Christine. Well, this was day 3 of the pre-trial hearing, the Frye hearing in the George Zimmerman case. They had called 2 witnesses today. They were trying to have the judge make a decision whether or not the witnesses' testimony would be allowed in. What's happened, though, right now is the 3rd witness that they were waiting for, the plane has been delayed, and the judge was told that plane is sitting on the tarmac, and they didn't know when that person would be able to get to the court. So rather than wait, the judge has decided to dismiss court for the day, and it will resume, as I said, at 9 a.m. Now let's bring in David Jancha from the NeJame law firm. So now, David, the judge does need to make a decision. Explain for us now the legal way this is going to work with the murder trial set to begin Monday morning at 9 a.m.
Yes, Jackie, I think what will happen is the judge ultimately has to make a determination about whether or not these experts will be able to testify, and that will be under the Frye standard. I think that will be is likely to be one of the first things that the judge will take up Monday morning, first thing, and then the jury selection process will begin, where they call in the prospective jurors, the attorneys question them, and determine what biases, if any, they may have. In essence, to ultimately pick a quote-unquote fair jury to hear the trial.
So the 3rd witness will still be heard by the judge?
It sounds like that's the case. It sounds like there was some type of issue with the witness's arrival at a certain destination, and with just like any other type of life, there are always circumstances that present themselves, whether it be in the middle of the trial or middle of the hearing. Sometimes certain things come up, and I don't think that Judge Nelson wanted to waste any time by waiting around. She could go back, review the testimony that's already been provided, which will give her some understanding as to what direction she may be inclined to head. But ultimately, I think she will be allowing that last witness to testify.
All right, well, the court is adjourned until Monday morning then, and we will be there, of course, live. Thank you, David Jancha with the NeJame law firm. So this morning, all day, the court resumed at 9 o'clock this morning, and they were getting the expert testimony from the last one we heard was Mr. Doddington, the electrical engineer. For the past 2 days, we've been hearing to find out the judge needs to make a decision whether she's going to allow this testimony to be heard before the jury. Was not able to make that decision this afternoon because the 3rd witness's plane has been delayed, and rather than sit and wait, the judge has made the determination that the court is in recess until Monday morning, and they will take take this matter up again Monday morning at 9 o'clock before jury selection. So as we leave the court for today, we'll give you a live picture of the Seminole County criminal justice system. Please remember that court starts 9 a.m. Monday morning. News 13 will cover the trial gavel to gavel. You will not miss a thing. Also on our website at cfnews13.com. So stay tuned and keep it right here for the George Zimmerman trial beginning Monday morning at 9 a.m.